Hello and welcome to the Oaken Lamb YouTube channel. My name is Becca Oakes. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oaken Lamb. So chances are you just got a brand new Cricut for Christmas, or maybe you got one for your birthday, or maybe you've had a Cricut for a while and it's sat up on a shelf because you put it there because you were really nervous. Now, whether that's your Cricut Maker, Cricut Explore machine, or Cricut Joy, I'm glad you found this video and us here at Oaken Lamb. When I started my Cricut journey, I had no idea what all these machines could do. I had a little bit of an idea because I personally purchased my machine to make things like shirts and home decor. But there were things that this machine does that I had no idea, and I didn't know until a little bit later. I also struggled learning the software, learning the terminology, and learning all of the things to become a great Cricut crafter because there really wasn't a community or a program or channel or venue that I could follow and could teach me how to do this. So I'm glad that you found us here at Oaken Lamb. That's what we do. We love to teach crafters how to use their Cricut machines. We also teach tons of other different crafting techniques from sublimation, woodworking, home decor, sewing, etc., etc. But for today, we're talking about the Cricut, which is one of my biggest crafting passions. Like I mentioned earlier, if you are new to your Cricut, maybe you don't know what all these machines are capable of. So let's talk about that really quickly. These machines are capable of doing a lot. The very biggest thing is vinyl. So vinyl is sort of a broad term, and vinyl can mean regular vinyl that you would use on home decor, like permanent vinyl or removable vinyl, glitter vinyl, and there's videos for all of that, so don't be overwhelmed. Vinyl is also sort of a blanket term that covers heat transfer vinyl, which is the vinyl that you would use to put on a t-shirt or something like that. Now, there are other terms for heat transfer vinyl. Heat transfer vinyl can also be called iron-on or HTV, but HTV is used for creating shirts like this. This is a super cute little Easter shirt that is an Oaken Lamb file. In fact, all of these projects that I'm going to be sharing with you are Oaken Lamb files. They are cut files or print and cut files that can be downloaded from our website if you are an Oaken Lamb member. Anyway, this shirt is super quick and easy to create really quickly with heat transfer vinyl and the Cricut. So it's really nice to be able to very quickly make custom shirts. If you have a kid that's got to wear a specific type of shirt for school and you completely forgot, it's very quick and easy once you learn your machine to just whip out a shirt really quickly and send them on their merry way with a fun themed shirt. So heat transfer vinyl is a very, very popular product that is used with the Cricut. Next up, and I mentioned it a little bit before, is just regular vinyl. Regular vinyl is more affordable than heat transfer vinyl. It is fun to use because you can customize so many different things with it, like this stapler that I created and put a teacher's name on. The teacher's name is created out of regular vinyl. And then also I have customized our Explore Maker series machine with vinyl. So those are just two very fun examples of how you can use regular vinyl and cut it out with your Cricut machines. Next up, let's talk about felt and other fabrics. Now, felt and other fabrics are most easily cut out using the Maker series machines. It does have a rotary blade, and so it's designed specifically for cutting out fabrics. However, there are workarounds if you want to create fun projects with felt and fabrics and your Explore series machines. We do have videos on that as well. But this fun project, like this felt banner, is easily made with the Cricut machine and some hot glue. Next up, let's talk about paper crafting. This is one of my favorite things to do with the Cricuts. You can easily paper craft with any of the Cricut machines, and you can make projects that are very simple, like these cards. And you don't have to have this Cricut mat in order to make cards. We have lots of videos showing how to make cards without the Cricut mat, but you can also use paper, cardstock, whatever, and your Cricut machine to make even more complex paper projects like this 3D gift card box and very, very detailed, complex other 3D projects as well. Now I want to talk about print and cut. When I first got my Cricut, I had no idea that you could do print and cut with these machines. Now, what does that even mean? So with your Cricut Design Space and a printer, we use an inkjet printer around here, in a very simple way, but it wasn't simple to me because I didn't know how, can tell your Cricut through Design Space to print an image, a PNG image or a flattened image, out onto your inkjet printer or with your inkjet printer, and then you place it on a mat and then your Cricut will cut it out. That's print then cut. It's sort of mind-blowing. I absolutely love print and cut. It's probably one of my favorite things to do with my Cricut. And so you can create all different sorts of things with print and cut. My favorite is stickers. I made these stickers using print and cut and my Cricut. It is a printable sticker paper or printable vinyl that you just run through your printer and cut out with your Cricut, like I mentioned. Now, there are other materials that you can use as well. You can also create awesome shirts like this fun roller skate shirt. It is printed out on printable heat transfer vinyl, the new fun printable heat transfer vinyl, and then cut with the machine and transferred using heat. And then you can also create print and cut paper projects like this card. How fun and quick and simple is it to be able to just print out, cut, and not have to weed anything or transfer anything over? I love print and cut. And then last, what I want to talk about is there are so many different things that you can cut with your Cricut that are not even traditional things to cut. For instance, these 3D puzzle balls that I've created, I cut out of poly folders, so poly school folders, and it created a custom setting in Cricut Design Space in order to cut that out. Now that's just one example. There are lots and lots of other different things that you can cut out with your Cricut. We have several videos here at Oaken Lamb, and you can find all different sorts of information on different things that you can cut as well. But don't feel very limited by your Cricut, because I'm telling you, the sky is almost the limit when you have one of these machines and a little bit of knowledge and a community of people to help you use the machine and learn how to really get the best out of your machine. This is a lot of information, so it is very important that you don't feel overwhelmed. If you feel a little bit overwhelmed by all this information or while you're crafting, just take a deep breath. Maybe talk to a friend or your group of friends that you have who are also crafters and get a little bit of reassurance. Most importantly, don't feel overwhelmed. If you feel overwhelmed, you're most likely to stop, and you don't want to do that. Don't give up. Absolutely do not give up. Do not shelf your Cricut. So many people that we have heard of hit a roadblock, hit a challenge, were very overwhelmed, boxed it up, put it on a shelf, and haven't gotten it back out again. Let me just say, this machine is simple enough that thousands of people use it. But one of the keys is that they have the tools, they have learned from people, they have a group of people that they have learned from. So once again, I'm super happy, I've said it before, I'm super happy that you found us here at Oaken Lamb, because we have lots of education and lots of other videos that will help you become a super successful Cricut crafter. One thing that I want to encourage you is to stick to the basics. When you start out, don't think you're going to open your Cricut, even if you've been a crafter forever and you're a super talented crafter, don't think that you're going to open your Cricut and just start out making some super complex, very detailed, advanced project. I don't recommend it. It will make you stressed out, it will make you overwhelmed, and it could make you stop. So stick to the basics. And one thing that I do like to recommend is that you start with something simple, a project that is simple. I generally recommend that you start with a paper project. Now, I do have a video that's all about creating the perfect first project with your Cricut. Check that video out, but it is a paper project. The reason that I recommend that you start out with a paper project or a cardstock project is that paper and cardstock is inexpensive. So if you have a craft fail, it's not a big deal to trash it and start over. Also, most paper projects are easy wins. They're really quick to cut out and put together, and you get a nice success at the very beginning. Having a good project from the very beginning just boosts your morale, it boosts your confidence, and it gives you the push and the drive to feel like you can do other things. Hey, I had one success, I can do something else. I can push myself. I can try something else. And that's what's important, is having the confidence to feel like you can move forward and do things that lots of other crafters can do, because you can do them. Last up, and I do feel like it's the most important, I have talked about it a little bit, but finding a support group is super important. Finding a community of people that you feel like you mesh well with, that you have a lot in common with, that can help you, that you vibe well with, is very important. We have so many members here at Oaken Lamb who fit that exact mold. Everyone here at Oaken Lamb is super supportive. We are all encouraging, and we keep it real too, though. We love to help each other learn to craft. And so Oaken Lamb, we do have this awesome YouTube channel, but what also we have is our private Facebook group. So members of Oaken Lamb benefit from a lot. We do have our entire library of cut files with free commercial use license, but we also have our private Facebook group where you get member-only content, member-only support, and the support of the group around you. In addition, all of our members benefit from an amazing course called the O&L Cricut Academy, which, if you are new to cricketing, is exactly what you need. The O&L Cricut Academy is sort of like Cricut for Dummies, but in the best way possible. It is for the very beginner who hasn't even opened their Cricut yet. We teach you terminology. We teach you all of the different products that you will need in order to become a successful crafter, or even to get started. We tell you what we have tried and what we do and do not like with our Cricut and other supplies that we use. We talk all about Design Space and how to get started in Design Space, where the different buttons are, what the different actions mean. There's so much that is unknown when you get into the Cricut world that we go over completely in detailed videos, and those videos are free to Oaken Lamb members. So if you would like to join this amazing community and become a successful Cricut crafter, click the link below, and I want to invite you to take advantage of a special offer. Now through the end of December 2022, we are offering $45 off our annual membership here at Oaken Lamb. If you use the code JINGLE, Jingle, you can get $45 off our annual membership, which is already an amazing deal. But the cool thing about this particular promotion is that when you renew annually, you will renew at that discounted price. So as long as you're a member, you'll renew at that amazing price. Let me really quickly give you a little bit more of an incentive in order to become an Oaken Lamb member. So along with the course that we offer, we do have a free printable that comes with it. This is the O&L Cricut Academy Handbook. And with it, you will get your entire glossary of Cricut blades. So we have photos of the blades, we have definitions of the blades, which machines they go with, and what sorts of materials and things that you can cut with them. We also have our glossary of Design Space actions. So the terminology that you will be using, which I have out of order here. We have all of the terminology, and then we have the different icons that you will match up in Design Space and can see where that specific action is. Of course, we go through all of this in a video as well. And then we have our Cricut mat guide. So all of the mats, what they're used for, the most common supplies that you will use them for. We do have some mat tips for keeping your mats clean. We have a shortcut hotkeys guide that you will find very useful in Design Space. This is one of my favorite things. I love to use hotkeys. And then we have information on all of our favorite craft supplies. So we have an Amazon storefront and some QR codes for some of our favorite products that you will want in your craft room getting started with Cricut. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you have a little glimmer of hope and feel like you can absolutely conquer your Cricut. Now, If you are not ready to take the plunge and become an annual member, we also have monthly options for you. So monthly payment options. Definitely check out the website, oakenlamb.com, and check out the different options that we have. You can also preview all of our cut files that are available there. And let us know if you have any questions about Cricutting, about the website, about our membership, or anything like that by leaving a comment down below. Also, go ahead and hit subscribe here on the YouTube channel. Hit the notification button so that you can be notified every time we go live or post other content like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you here another day for another video.